Monty, what time is it?
You're looking at about 3:45 at the moment.
No. What time is it?
Oh no, wait, my bad. Yeah, it's 3:46 now.
No, Monty. It's CDNN time.
That's right, it's time again for another monthly installment of the CDNN.
To say last month has been packed full of events would be an understatement.
So let's waste no time and get straight into this month's episode.
Last month, we announced the winners of our spawn building competition. All of the entrants were judged by a group of 5 judges: Bookerworm 31, Tank Killer 123, Charged Bluey, HD Kamichi, and Chixie.
Judges base their scores on a combination of factors, including the integration of the build into the spawn, the aesthetic of the build, and whether the build served a specific purpose for players.
Let's take a look at what happened during the award ceremony and get a tour of the winning builds. So, plan is, we're going to go on a quick tour around the spawn areas, and we're going to head our way over to the stage, where we will announce the top 3 on each world and they can get their prizes. I guess if you follow me, Montenator, we can start looking at some of the builds. As we mentioned last month, the results of our spawn build competition came in. We held a special ceremony to commemorate all the builds in the spawn area and to announce the results. The first world we toured was Shelty. Players looked around all the competition entries in the spawn area before gathering at Kirstal's spawn stage to announce the winners. The third place winners were Edelyn and Cornflakes Minor. With 99 points, second place goes to Orphelia 4. Well done! There we go, we got the exclusive banner, the exclusive head, very cool. Awesome, well done! And now our first place winner on Shelty with 101 points. Xambaka with the Swine Union, well done!
Oh yeah!
Thanks.
Speech?
Oh, that's speech!
Didn't expect I'd actually win or give a speech, so thank you.
Next up for the tour was Retriever. And again, we looked around all the competition entries and then gathered at Kirstal's spawn stage on Retriever to announce the results there.
Third place with 101 points was Maddie. Well done, Maddie. In second place with 103 points was Arctic 2446.
Yay, congrats guys. Oh, Arctic!
So our winner, actually the highest scoring build across both worlds as well, with 107 points, it goes to Tijnybricks, the Dogcraft Fire Department.
Oh, nice, congrats!
Tiny! Well, the same speech as Xambaka did on the other server. I did not expect it. Wow, cool. Thank you.
And now, joining the CDNN for a tour of the Dogcraft Fire Department, Tijnybricks.
So, welcome to the Dogcraft Fire Department. Made us build for the building competition at Spawn. So first we'll take a look around the outside. So I based the firehouse on a bit of a New York style building. Inspiration was the New York Firehouse number 8, better known as Ghostbusters HQ. I mostly love this little alleyway between the two buildings. It is a really cool, almost gnarly place, and cool. So let's move to the inside, I think. We have one of the first firefighters here doing some computer work. This is also a map art we made. Maddie and I made our first map art for this building competition. So on top of the cabinets there are some bits and bobs. There's some equipment on the wall. And there's a turnout gear rack for all the firefighters. Over here you've got the fire pole, and that runs all the different stories of the building. And over here in the center of the build we've got the fire truck. You can also go on top of it. I'll show you. So it even has a rooftop built with some ladder racks and stuff like that. So over here it's a great big hallway with some bookcases and stuff so the firefighters can read. So there are 6 firefighters in total in this firehouse. So there are 6 beds. This is the second firefighter. And this is located next to the fire pole again, so they can get to the engine very quickly. You also have a toilet on this floor, and it's like a reverse TARDIS. It looks smaller than it should be, and that's because, it got a double wall. Now, over here you've got a little doggy named Sparky. Every firehouse needs a dog. This is the recreational area. Big table for the firefighters to eat. And a nice comfy couch to watch some TV when they're not on calls. We've got a little office with another laptop to work. So this is pretty much a quick overview of the firehouse.
That's great, Tiny. Thank you very, very much for that.
Thank you.
And here for a tour of the Sheltie winner, the Swine Union, Xambaka.
Hi, I'm Xambaka. This is the Zombified Piglin Employment Center here on Sheltie. It is a small service that I provide to give qualified zombified piglins jobs. If you look on the outside, it's kind of got a lot of what you would see blocks from the Nether in. If you want to come inside, we can show you around. You look around as you first come in, you'll see 2 zombified piglins running late to a continuing education program upstairs. And we, on the sides here, we have 2 people, 2 zombified piglins looking to get jobs and being interviewed by Henry Pigglesworth III and Sir Ocelot. So this whole build was just something to really just entertain myself and make myself laugh. And I think it kind of worked. If you kind of look around, like I said, a lot of the blocks seem to have like a nether feel to it. You got the mycelium. I just kind of thought, what type of blocks would zombified piglins want to build in the overworld? And thought, hey, they'll bring some of their own nether feel to it. And we can go upstairs. So here's the Continuing Education Center, and you can see a bunch of different zombified piglins taking classes, studying on computers. We have one guy who forgot his password, one who forgot a pen and forgot a book, somebody asking a question, and then the instructor has pointed out somebody saying they're bored, and his partner's just telling him to be quiet. One of the weird things is, if you kind of look, some of the books actually have some writings in it, because all the zombified piglins here are part of the Safety Workers International Nether Expertise Union, also known as SWINE. So yeah, that's pretty much the build here. It's a pretty small build. Kind of came together very last day of the registration for the contest, and just kind of thought, what would make me laugh?
Can you believe that Sir 6 has already been going for 9 months?
It's crazy. We're now at a point where Sir 6 itself has got a lot of history to it.
To help make sense of everything, Sir Six, along with many other Minecraft treasures, Elasmatherium 1, Bookworm 31, and Xambaka have been hard at work building a museum of everything Dogcraft, the M.A.C.H.
Let's see what happened when they opened it to the public last month.
After over 6 months of work, the Museum and Artifacts of Cyberdog History finally opened on July 27th.
While we waited for everyone to arrive, people had a look around the main plaza. It is surrounded by 4 buildings for all the transport networks: the SRN, the NTN, the RHN, and the CSC.
A highlight of the plaza is the main fountain that can be activated at the low cost of 1 diamond. And then it was time for the official opening.
It's a museum and artifacts of Cyberdog history. So in it you will find everything that happened in the SIR. And with that, I think we take out the shears.
We have a big entrance hall and 2 main wings. Currently, the right wing is hosting an event exhibition, starting with the beginning of the server and ending at the Easter event, as well as a transport network exhibition. The left wing is filled with an exhibition showing various Minecraft-related special items, including goat horns, music discs, banners, and armor trims. The upstairs area is dedicated to map art.
We also have a wide outside area. These 2 orange trees produce juice that is available at the gift shop. Here is the greenhouse, where you can find information on real life as well as Minecraft plants. And there is the big mother potato, representing Teddington, the potato update, and more.
A highlight of the M.A.C.H are the armor stands that bring this place to life. We also have a lot of buttons to press and things to explore. If you visit us, make sure to turn up your note block sounds.
After everyone had a first look around the main building, as well as the lovely garden, the highlight of the evening was the fireworks show. Oh yes, and this happened.
Ellis, we have a problem here.
Yes.
The ground.
No.
Yeah.
No, just hit the button, it will be fine.
Yeah, I hit the button, so look at the plaza.
Oh, there was supposed to be something here. Alice, you forgot to build the logo.
What? I
We-
ordered
we-
it, Sam.
Oh no!
From the swine union.
They said it was gonna be here today.
Yeah, but it isn't.
It should be. I don't know what you want me to say. It should be here. I can't make it match.
Oh my goodness me!
Lag!
I was gonna say, like, what the hell happened with the frames?
See, you wanted grand. I gave you grand. The opening ended with a head hunt, where 10 of these lovely copper golem heads could be found on the entire museum grounds. Thanks to Tiger and the rest of the staff team, we were able to provide a custom globe head as a prize.
We have big plans to expand the M.A.C.H to allow for players to represent their own bases and host more events like this. You can find us at the p-home elasmatherium1.mac.
If you have something that you would like to donate, we have a station set up in the main lobby. Also, feel free to reach out to any of us. A big thank you to everyone who donated so far. Without you, this project would have been impossible.
If you came to the opening, we hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.
We're back with some more Canine Kingdom content this month after Hadi Kemiki hosted another game night, but this time with a twist.
That's right. Canine Kingdom debuted their first ever duo day, where the participating players were randomly paired up with one another and would work together as teammates during all the games.
Lots of classic Canine Kingdom games were played. Let's see how things shaped up. The first ever Canine Kingdom Duo Day was hosted on August 16th and involved several color-coded teams. Charlie Films and Frau Picorni as Team Purple, XPModder and Montenator as Team Lime, Avicolo and Bookworm 31 as Team Cyan, It's De Creeper and Ed Halan as Team Red, HD Kamichi and I Am Orum as Team Orange, and Elasmotherium and Itsnars as Team White. The teams competed in a variety of games, pushing themselves and each other to the brink. Of course, there could only be one team winner, and that was Team Lime, XP and Monty. The duo day was really fun, but was even funner. It was everybody teaming up on you guys, for that matter.
It was just because we were far too good in ours. Nobody could beat us. They all had to work together. Simple
Listen,
as that,
the
right?
amount of times I
we were
pushed you
so
guys
good.
off of ladders.
Stop the presses! Stop
We have
the
presses?
What?
Well, I don't know.
What-
If
what's going on,
We gotta
Sana?
go. We gotta go. Monty, you have to come with me.
Wait, where are we going? Where are we going?
We have
It
to go
sounds
to
like an
Ty-
emergency.
It is. So the head mods and I are all dressed in these funny suits because we're going to do a bus at Taddington and we need a cameraman. Monty, get your stuff.
All right, let's go.
Yeah,
We're going to
let's go.
Tattington.
Ren, let's go. Quick.
Don't die!
I'll try not to.
Good luck.
I won't promise anything.
He's totally gonna die. Who invited the bird?
Please feel free, Monty, to get that camera rolling.
Oh, it's rolling. It's rolling. I'm not missing this. We are rolling.
So, Tom, would you like to take us to where the potatoes are, please?
I think we need to investigate your facility right now.
All right. Hazmats, line up.
Line up to William because he just couldn't be here today.
Everybody
Okay.
look at Tom's nose.
We join our brave head mods at the Tom's Tatties production facility as they investigate the shady claims about the quality of Tom's Tatties. Will our daring team of hazmated head mods crack the case, or will they die trying? Keep tuning in as this story continues.
Come and look here, quick.
Oh my goodness, look at that. There. Look. Ew, gross.
Oh
Ew.
my God, I'm burning everywhere.
Oh my gosh. There's rotten potatoes everywhere.
After being busted by the head mods with tatties that definitely were not planted in those chests, Tom decides the only way to escape is to destroy any evidence of the crime. With all evidence of alleged crimes destroyed, Tom walks away a free tatty maker. This is Montenator, reporting live from Tom's Tatties, signing off.
Well, Nars, I think we learned something today.
Yep. Tom has some very shady business dealings going on.
No, not that. Looks like the cameraman can die after all.
Oh, yeah, poor Monty. Monty, rest in words.
Guys, I'm right here.
Ugh.
Oh wow, you're alive.
It's but a scratch.
Anyway, it's time to get back on track with this episode. Pun intended, of course, because let's take a look at what the SRN has been doing this month.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite part of the CDNN episode again. Yes, that's right, it's SRN update time. We didn't have a July update for you, so you can imagine that this update has a lot to cover. So let's waste no time. What's been going on, guys?
Oh, lots and lots, James. Let's start with some line openings we've had recently.
First go to North Station, and then we'll get back here, and then we'll go to West Station. Because there's no connection between North and West. Not whatsoever. No connection at all. You'll see.
Great speech. Over on Sheltie, the first West and North stations were opened together by Skeleton 123 and expedtadam on the 7th of August. A huge thank you to Doodlemaster for building Future X Station on the North Line, and of course to Skeleton 123 for getting the lines themselves built.
Speaking of building, there was a lot of that too. HD Kimichi hosted an impromptu line building session on the 14th of August, getting the line between Banner Station and the new Dust Station at Arrows and Ritchie's base fully built and ready to open. Over on Retty, Teddington saw a build session hosted by Montenator to build 2 lines connecting the 3 stations of Teddington together.
But yeah, I think it's time to write one of these lines, right?
This was followed by an opening day on the 25th of August, which saw Teddington Gateway, Royal Teddington Airbase and Teddington Central open to the public. A huge thanks to Awesome Tom 21, Campbell, Architect Eagle and everyone else that helped with the Teddington stations.
Let's take a look at other stations coming together in the world. Sheltie East is expanding yet again, with Green Valley, the 4th station on the line, built and ready to go, with the line under construction by XPModder. East on Retty has also seen phenomenal progress, with eybwam working on East 2 at Kopakawama and Zacatag 2097, and Nomium building up East 3 and 4 respectively. Canine Kingdom has also seen some expansions to its network, with a station in its south built by Hadi Kemiki.
Finally, we would like to go over some changes with the line manager team this month. As many will know, expedtadam stepped back as line manager after the opening of Future Egg Station, bringing to an end an incredible 4.5 years in the role.
So I've decided that it's probably about time to step down from the North Line. Hard to say. It's been how long, people?
4.5 years.
4 years? 4.5 years.
A long time.
But too long, some may say. But I've just been unable to give it my all, and I would love to see someone else take up the role.
We can't thank Adam enough for all the hard work he has poured into the project. Best wishes from all of us here at the SRN. To replace him, we have brought back 2 familiar faces in Slow-Mo 1994 and Z-Taze, who will be teaming up as the first ever set of dual line managers.
And that's all from us today. Things are still going great for the SRN on Sursex. Remember to keep an eye out in the Dogcraft Transport Discord for announcements of any line openings or build sessions. And if you want a station of your own, just reach out. See you next time, Cyberdogs. Choo-choo!
Incredible progress as always, but we have a bit more when it comes to the SRN this month.
As the previous segment said, we are saying goodbye to 2 of our longest serving line managers in expedtadam and darparniox. Both Darp and Adam have led the SRN through different stages of its existence and have combined over a decade of experience between them.
Nars sat down with both Darp and Adam to get to know some of their favorite memories working on the SRN and much, much more.
The transport networks have been titular to Dogcraft. Station openings are celebrated with fireworks, gifts, and more as the map becomes open not only to travelers looking to get from point A to point B, but also to builders looking to wow viewers who visit. Some of the most important people in the transport networks is, of course, the managers, which is why we wanted to speak to some of them as they were walking out the door. Thank you for sitting down with me, Darp and Adam.
Hello. Hello, thank you for that wonderful introduction.
Of course. For those watching who may not know what it is, could you explain what the SRN is and what managers do?
The SRN is probably the biggest mega project on the server, and it spans over each of the worlds of the servers over our history, and it aims to connect the world with a sprawling network of railway lines built to a high standard and encourage branch lines from other players to come into our main lines. What the managers do is they are in charge of building kind of the main lines of the network.
We have some questions prepared ahead of time, thanks to the wonderful Montenator. First, some questions for both of you. How did you guys first get involved with the SRN?
Well, I was building my base in Survival 1 in Spawn City, and there's this guy working underneath the Granny Dog Monument. His name is Ito, and I, went over to him and said, "Oh, like, what are you doing?" We were kind of familiar, so he explained to me, like, "Oh, I want to build this railway network, send out stations in every direction, and all that sort of stuff." The sort of the base concept for the SRN, and went from there. I had the claim immediately north of the Granny Dog Monument, so they needed my permission to come through there, and from there on, I just kept building.
As for me, I started with the SRN in Survival 3 after I built my base. I'd gotten to around where my base was by following a nether portal, but I was kind of obsessed with like the spawn map, and I realized I was near a station called Ballerton Station, and I was like, "Oh, I need to connect this with a railway so I can get there." So I built my own railway, and it was entirely double track, and it was completely flat. It was very overbuilt and also illegally built, because there's a rule in which you're not supposed to build next to people's stations or people's builds. And it must have been, my heart must have dropped when I saw Scully running along my railway towards my house. And I thought I was in so much trouble. Like this chat mod was coming at me. It was scary. But after that, I then built an official branch line from Scully's next station. I got some help from Darp, and then I kept on building branch lines and branch lines and branch lines. It was so much fun. And eventually I joined the main network organization.
What is the most memorable moment from your time working in the SRN?
William building the first North Station was an interesting one, but worked out brilliantly in the end.
What happened?
He's just a very eager to help, and but we managed to come to an arrangement to have the North Station, and he ended up building a railway line out to his town, Lackria, which was a very successful town, very cool town on Survival 1. In the end, obviously, he's filled many roles on Dogcraft since then, very capably, so
yeah,
very funny in hindsight. That's about all.
I think like the quintessential SRN experience to me, which I'll always remember, is just building what's called the Winter Branch Line in Survival 3, which was just this like immense project that went on. It was like tens and tens of thousands of blocks of rails, and I collaborated with all these people like Stenlook and various people like Nonium and Bryn and Agu and Wildfire, and yeah, it was just me at my funnest doing the SRN, I guess. The SRN it's most fun.
You guys have been around for a very long time. What is your favorite station of all time, if it isn't one that you've built?
For me, some that stand out in terms of aesthetics, I would say the Hibernia station that the Lemon Crafter and many of his friends started off. Me and Abe ended up finishing together. Was a really cool one. Probably wasn't the most impressive build, but I was really proud of my North Station on Survival 5, just because I was really happy with the way that I could manage to get the port integrated, and the stations I felt kind of flowed very well and was an ideal sort of first station for people to get to. I guess one of my favourite stations of all time has got to be the Grand Central in Survival 2. Just an amazing build. I remember some of Mrs. Diss's stations were really great. I can't remember all their names at this point, but even her first couple on Survival 3 South Line, and some of Scully's ones are really great too. I remember the Rock, quite a unique one. But yeah, there's too many to name, honestly, at this point.
As for me, I guess the second East Station on Survival 4, Forest Hall Station, that one will go down as one of my favourites, because it just, like, it had the most, like, wild set of collaborators. But I guess another one of my favourite stations would have to be another East 2 station on Beagle on Survival 4, which was Alina Station. which, oh my god, that station was so fun. Like, it's so unique having this kind of underground subway station. The line to Alina from East Station or Survival 4 is one of my favourite lines of all time, because it's just so many bridges and so many cool things. It's just so much fun. So that's why I think that's my favourite line.
So we have a question for Darp. You are the longest serving line manager ever. What motivates you to keep being involved in the project for so long?
Really just meeting people, working with like-minded people that sort of think in the same way or think in slightly different ways, or you can bounce ideas off each other and across different countries, different places, all sorts of things. I've met people that I've met up with and I've seen in real life because of the experiences we've had on Dogcraft together. So for me, that was really cool. Over time, it's become more of a sort of a way to socialize than just to play the game.
What was it like working on the SRN in the early days, and how did it differ from now?
Back in the early worlds, especially Survival 1, we didn't have any sort of team structure. We, for the first probably year, Discord wasn't so big back in 2016, start of 2017. But yeah, we didn't even have like any sort of group chat. We were using /mail as the main form of communication. So it was a little bit more disjointed. There were only a few of us, and Edo went on a break at some point, and there was very few of us, and he was sort of the main coordinator. Most of the communication ran through him and his mailbox. Yeah, once we made a Discord group, and then in Survival 2, we implemented line management and stuff like that. So I think from Survival 2 onwards, it was still reasonably similar, I think, to what we have now. So I think it's mostly just grown since Survival 2, I guess would be my answer.
And for Adam, you also have a question. You had a lot of involvement with the SRN prior to becoming a line manager. Nevertheless, was it a shock when you were offered the role by the SRN team with the intention of going straight to conductor?
It was wild. Like, I remember the day like yesterday. Like, I was like on holiday in a mountain town, and I just remember being on Discord call, pacing back and forth across the garden, like outside the holiday house. And like meanwhile, you could see the red on the horizon because it was during the bushfires. But it was just like it was just such a frantic vibe for me, and it was completely unexpected. Yeah, I think it was completely unexpected. Although I might have been starting to suspect something like this might be coming along, but I was definitely surprised by the conductor thing.
Do you guys have anything that you would like to talk about whenever it comes to the SRN and you guys stepping down and anything like that?
Oh, I do have a few things to note. I think I want to say, like, during my period in the SRN, like, I could not have done it without the very supportive people all around me, like Darp especially. I guess, like, I derived, like, a lot of my leadership style from Darp. I think in many ways I continued pretty much right where Darp left off. I've been unable to really give the role what it deserves. I think that's kind of why I decided to leave. But I guess the other thing is what this has really taught me is kind of the importance of leadership and how important it is to have a good manager, because like slowly the organization under you used to like resemble you bit by bit. Do you know what I mean, Darp?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of a feedback loop.
Yeah.
And the behavior that you promote to yourself is what people would expect, I suppose.
And I guess my final point is some of my most fond memories are when I've appointed new line managers, like Monty or Slow-Mo or eybwam. It's like so many cool people that you meet, and that moment where you decide to take the kind of a leap of faith and say and think, hey, would you like to do this? It's kind of exhilarating.
For a few years I've been doing this, and I've picked up a lot of good ideas that I use in my life about how to do stuff. Not so much building block buildings, but how to design things for people to make it easy for them to use and whatnot, because I don't really come from a sort of a design background.
And like a big part of the job of being a line especially is like conflict resolution and management of that with other players. Because sometimes, the line needs to go past someone's base, or someone's built something too close to your build, or there are disagreements with different people on the server about how to do things. And it's stressful, but I think that is the main stress of the job of line manager, actually, is this conflict resolution thing. And I think I've become a lot better at managing those things as I've gone on.
So thank you guys so much for joining us. It was a lot of fun interviewing you and hearing about experiences from the past.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
Darp and Adam's tenures on the SRN have been consequential, to say the least.
They will surely be missed. However, the influence they've had on the SRN will live on.
As we ride the wave of emotions to their retirement, our Waterways network, the CSC, will surely sweep us off our feet with a title announcement.
Yes, that's right. The CSC is bringing back the Connected Seas competition after a very successful run in 2023.
At the time of this episode's release, signups are already open and you have until September 30th to sign up and build a port. So what are you waiting for? Grab your boat and build a port.
That sounds like a huge amount of fun. I'm definitely going to sign up right now.
Well, it's been an exciting August here on the Dogcraft server.
Can't wait to see what's in store for next month.
As always, this has been the CDNN.
See you in the next installment. Bye!